Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to MotoGP 19 as we're heading to the Red Bull Ring. So is Mazzi at the top, just ahead of Stone, no. By 62 thousandths of a second, and Canet, Antonelli, De La Porte, Mino, Rodrigo, Binda and Tuba. With Arbona around out the top 10, Adam McPhee, Vietti, Suzuki and Ramirez are your top 14 in final free practice. Masaki and Sasaki together in 22nd and 23rd, as they got Garcia in last. So look at the combined free practice results. They got Canet rising to the top. But still Mazzi and look at Stone right there, just a tenth back. We've got Antonelli, De La Porta, Mino, Vietti, Arbolino, Rodrigo, Binda, Tuba, McPhee, Ramirez and Arenas sneaks through. Just had a cornfield on Paul Suzuki missing out, along with Foggia, Fernandez, Sasaki up to 19th. Look how tight the field is though, just 1.5 seconds separates them. As let's see who made it through then to qualifying 2. It was Kornfeld, Foggia, Suzuki and Fernandez. So here goes Stone then, 2 laps in Austria around this Red Bull Ring. We get a pole. Let's see him do it as he shut the bike at his first corner. Gunner powers, as you dare. Because now you're rising. Got a long, hard descent for these Moto3 bikes, or ascent should I say. The descent comes after the hairpin. It's got a brake in a straight line. Don't run too wide. It's cost them a couple of tenths. It's cost them a bit more because you're running downhill now. Well, a bit up and down, shall we say, but now downhill braking. And again, braking a straight line. Most important thing. And again, just get on that power early without spinning those wheels up. So you know what to do around here. And quite quick left-handers here. Fearsome with it downforce an F1 car, but equally as fearsome a Moto3 bike. That's what's going to be climbing in down and through the last couple of corners. Magnificent couple of corners here at the end here in Austria. This is final one, always going away from you. Stone missing the apex. Second slower than in practice. Needs to find that somewhere. He's going to do it by curb hopping, it looks like. Like, this is the first circuit I found where you can be aggressive with the curves, so you can really attack them. Yeah, do not mind it at all. There you go, brakes at the 100 on that occasion. Maybe used too much brake there. Much better. Now downhill. Well, unfortunately you can't brake at 100. Well, you probably can, but it's going to be locking up the rears. The heavy brake we have to do. It's really chucking the bike at the corners. Power nice and early. 40.5 at the top now for De La Porta. Starting a bit off. Into the final couple corners. Oh no, Stone. We're sure to allow that final corner. He does a 40.5. Disappointing. As it's Canet into the 39s ahead of Mazzi and De La Porta. And you've got Antonelli, Arbolino and Mino on an all-Italian second row. You've got Tuba Stone down in 8th. Bit disappointing after what you showed in practice. And Rodrigo ahead of McPhee, round out the top 10 at Arenas and Suzuki. You've got Kornfeld, Fernandez and Foggia, Williams, Vietti and Binder. As we nick at the grid, and it's all mediums everywhere apart from Stone and Tuba with a soft and a medium. So we'll see lots of medium compounds again. Suzuki, a madman, going soft. He's going to run out of tread at the end of the lap. At the end of the race as well. The medium softs from Masaki, Yachenko and Sasaki. Do they have a brief in the 7th row about that? Then mediums and medium soft for Buffet-Amos. So he is revving up and getting underway, Stone. From 8th on the grid. Decent getaway. Much better than Tuba. Trying to go down the inside of Arbolona as well. Into the first corner. Up into 6th. And now look at this run uphill. With Auditor. As he behind Mino, I believe it is in front. No, Mino going all over the place. Stone with the late outbreaking down the inside. Oh, almost. But he's up into 5th. Great start too, but battling his fellow countryman for 9th, Suzuki. Buffet-Amos up to 26th ahead of Rossi. Benarty already in the back foot as well. It's nice on the power Stone. Now can he catch up to the top 4? He's got Anthony in front. God, he was catching him so quick in Bruno. Oh, these tyres feel good on this opening lap. Unlike for Alonso Lopez, down already, the Spaniard. Gap remains the same in that split. Felt much better than Mariah's in front though. The power nice and early. Lost a couple of tenths in that final sector. He's got Mino, Rodrigo, Suzuki, Ramirez and Tuba behind. That's a bit wide from Stone. Taking the scenic route, taking his own route round there. Fortunately, it's a modern European circuit, so you can do that round. Or FI, should I say. Or F1 circuit. It's just those patches of tarmac where you can just design your own circuit. Can you do it better than Tilke? Try yourself. Stone seems to be a similar gap now. You seem to have reined it in a bit, this lap. Still a second back though. Feels like that corner goes away from you, but then you remember, you're on a Moto3 bike, it's very wide. It's not as bad as when you're on a MotoGP bike and you run that wide. Still lost a couple of tenths though. Out the final corner, that's how you meant to attack that final corner as well. 40.5. He's right up there. The fast guys. So once again, actually clonking that curb. As we approach quarter distance, 12th lap race. Bit along that, right? Got the rear slightly, bit wide of the apex. So battling in front as well, the top 4. It sounds like Stone is pulling away from the riders behind at least. 1.2 back. So he's similar in pace, it's not good enough to gain the gap. Ramirez ahead of Suzuki now. And there's another couple of tenths gone. He's got that final corner nailed, it looks like. 40.6, he's consistent as well at this level with Mino, Rodrigo, Ramirez. And I'm saying that massively outbreaks himself into the first corner. There goes Stone's first sector, right at a 75 rather than 100. Yeah, it's cost them a couple of turns. And again, the rears lock up. So instead of focusing on the front runners, those could be looking behind. You hear Mino behind. Nice on the power though. So we are battling in front. 2 seconds in front now. Lost almost a second on that. That did Stone. Rodrigo now up to 6th ahead of Mino. That's a good thing for Stone, at least they're battling behind as well. A bit like Bruno, he can just concentrate his own race despite having some riders nearby. Oh, that curve really does hook you through there. There, 41.3 has lost a second. Thanks mainly to that first corner mistake as well. But instead of gaining a few tenths, he lost a few. And that's at least half a second swing. Ramirez up to 7th ahead of Mino. Now ahead of Rodrigo. Two in one. Bit aggressive from the Spaniard. It's just agonising this race. Like outright, Stone probably can run at the same pace, but a bit like Bruno. In Bruno, actually, he needs half a second slow. Around here, though, just not quite got the race pace to keep with them again. Goes towards the line. 41.6. My God, it's getting more disaster for Stone. Poor couple of laps. And a bit of a make your own adventure through the first corner. As Masaki ahead of Perez for 28th. No points on the card for those two. Oh, rears didn't lock. What the hell? There's Vietti ahead of McPhee. Just Stone the clear team leader here at Petronas. Once again, McPhee not delivering. Around the halfway mark, look at his race pace suffer. Stone, 4 seconds back now. So if he up to 13th, ahead of Vietti. Nino ahead of Ramirez behind. Got Suzuki there as well. And Tuba. God, he's even run off-road on a straight part of Stone. He's always drifted the bike in a bit wide there. We've got a superb X out of the final corner. 41.4. Need to get back on those 140 pace. It's all over the curbing. As you get into the second half of the race, Yurchenko and Onshu battling over 26, or so. Got Amir Suzuki. Nino. Tuba battling behind Forsyth. Okay, do not clonk the curb on the inside. The downhill. Let's see on the power. 4.9 back. All a bit wide. .1. Stone all over the curb in again. Almost back into the 140s. I'm still ahead of the gang behind, which is the main thing. Shunko really does want that 26th space. Maybe he wins a holiday home by finishing there. No, Onshu wants it now. Go uphill. Even with locking up the rears. As you get through that corner, a bit scruffy on the power. There's no doubt the rear tyre's starting to feel it, but there's lots of trail braking, lots of rear brake used into almost every corner. Of course, lots of heavy traction zones as well. You really do get on the power around it. That's good enough. It's uphill. It really is a great circuit. But good fun on these Moto3 boats, especially when you're sliding it into a corner at 100 miles per hour on brakes. Sure, his team is not having a heart attack every lap, even doing it. As there we go, 40.7. The metronome is fixed. At least for one, that. Let's go uphill into the final third of the race as well now. Shame it's another race like Brno where Stone's got into a fantastic position but just can't quite match the riders in front. Like, isn't like Circuit of the Americas or Assen? Oh, those are proving the rarities where you can match the front runners, at least in the race. Go, that's a bit better. Bit more aggressive on turning as well. Still got them right on his tail though. Once again, just gets a good exit out of that final corner. That's all he needs. It's a good visit into the 140. He's now back to the 141s immediately. With 3 laps to go. Stone's just got all the pressure mounted on him. Might not seem it this race again, but he makes one mistake that could be a handful of positions gone. He's got to hit every apex. Now every braking point. We'll go downhill. This is perhaps the most difficult braking point, being downhill. Against such high speed, even higher speed than when you're ascending. Oh yeah, of course. Well, at least feel much more braking downhill as well. There you go, you don't need to pinch fourth between those corners. Much better there, into the apex. So the curve sent Stone wide. No, he's gone wide in the final corner as well. Still not a decent lap into those final couple corners. He still did a 40.8. As he head on to the penultimate lap of the race. It could have been a bit more. Gets on the power hard. And he's still got Mina, Ramirez, Suzuki, Tuba, all in that gang behind. And that's just the ones we know. As you've seen in previous races, sometimes it can be double, triple that length even. The train behind. Interesting to see if McPhee's scored points. Won that battle against Vietti. And where Sasaki is as well, as he made places up in the race. And if you do pinch fourth in the middle corners, you do get some engine braking, which can be useful. Good middle sector there from Stone. So once again, look at that rear slide into the final corner. Or penultimate corner, should I say. Wouldn't want it sliding like that into the final corner. Head towards the line, 40.7. Now he's producing the consistent 40s again, right at the end of the race. Just like he had in Brno, produced his best consistent lap times right at the end of the race. Did it again here at the Red Bull Ring. So definitely got the tyre choice right again. Just some of his riding. As Ramirez ahead of Mino. Still duking like a hell. The rest of the top 10. Benatti, another disappointing race for the Italian. down in 22nd. Battling with Garcia's Mino does not want to lose that 6th place. I mean, it is a very special place, 6th. So almost loses the front, through the left. There you go, just needed more balance of throttle and brake maybe through that left hand if that whole of the race. Because last couple of laps we'd have nailed it, and you can see matching the leaders through that sector. So once again, seems to be the way to ride it into that penultimate corner as Canet wins. Well, for Stone, he comes across the line with some more solid points. So let's see what happened to Alonso Lopez there on that first lap as you go through the sweep, and left-handers on the outside it. Battling on, he's got his teammate behind him as well. And it looks like that slowed it down a bit as you go into the braking zone. So he's looking down the inside into the faster left in 3rd gear. It just gets on the grass. That's not enough grass. That you haven't got a motocross bike, Alonso. Oh dear. So in the end, Canet won ahead of Mazia, Della Porta and Antonelli. Spaniard, Italian, and Doran rounds out the top 5. Stone 7.8 seconds back this time. He's improved by a second over Bruno, but maybe slightly more disappointing being that far back. As you can see, his best lap time right there. Just a couple of tenths slower than the best from the race. And you got Mino winning that battle, sit just ahead of Ramirez by a few tenths. And you got Suzuki just beating his fellow countryman Tuba. Got Rodrigo there as well. Then Kornfeld, Foggia, McPhee, Vietti. Binder rounds out the top 15. The point score is just ahead of Sasaki by a second. So in the end, actually, it's just 5th down to 15th. Only 11 riders in that train. That's a bit disappointing. As Sasaki agonising for him, just missed out on the point. Same for Arbolino, down in 17th. Sanak in 20th as well, getting another top 20 finish. And Perez in last. So in the Riders' Championship, as you can see, Canet leads by 15 points ahead of Della Porta. Antonelli dropping back in 3rd, same for Mazia as well. Mino definitely dropped back in 5th, 19 points ahead of Suzuki, just 3 points ahead of Stone. The dream of the top 5 is still there, with Ramirez in 8th ahead of Tuba. Then you've got Rodrigo round out the top 10 ahead of Arbolino. McPhee tied on points now. Vietti just a single point ahead of Binder. Booth Amos still in 15th somehow, ahead of Foggia, Garcia, Gura, then Fanati. You got Kornfeld out at the top 20 now, ahead of Arenas. Onshu up to 23rd ahead of Lopez. There's still 4 riders yet to score. Then the Teams Championship, Buster Capital Dubai now lead by 9 points. And you've got Leopard racing in for just 13 points back. Then Max racing a bit lonely in 4th, same for Petronas Spirita. Honda Team Asia 7 points ahead of Green Power, just 2 points ahead of VR46, or just 6 points. And this time too, just 3 points ahead of Grassini. So they go back in the lower half of the top 10. And Estrella Galizia, Russell now ahead of Angonieto, and KTM in 14th. So once again achieve what the team needed in qualifying in the race. And achieve what they needed development-wise as well. As elsewhere in Austria, Dovi at furious speed, he wins at home in the Austrian Grand Prix. Ducati wins at home in the Austrian Grand Prix. Ducati wins at home in the Austria Grand Prix. Okay, Rin starts well, but has to be satisfied with 2nd place in the end. Baldassarre wins in Moto 2 as a word from the stars of Moto 3. I'd already figured out that Stone was going to be riding well today from the qualifying rounds. Again, well, I'd have to fight out with him for the final victory. Probably wide for a couple of corners. As development-wise then, I didn't count the engine. Because I keep forgetting it doesn't really save that. If we put that on, that's maximum development for the bike. So we've actually achieved maximum development then for the bike with the engine and the frame. There's nothing else to do now. No more free practices. It's all going to be qualifying and the race now. So we might drop free practice 3 and just do qualifying 1, qualifying 2. As next up it is Great Britain, the Silverstone circuit, fast, furious, tight and twisty as well on occasions, well, with the new loop at least and so forth. Stone, look at that run he's had since winning in the wet in Assen. 4th, 7th, 5th, could he make it another top 5 next time? So thanks for watching, and we'll find out then.